Hey guys, this is the review for the Truglo TG8370B red dot sight. Now, overall, it's metal construction, so it's very solid. I was very pleasantly surprised. Now, this one has, as you can see here, it's got 5 green settings and 5 red settings. Now, these are just brightness levels. They're not actually different reticles. The selection for the reticles is here, and there are 4 different selections, which are pretty nice, but I usually just run it on the simple dot anyway. And I believe that they mean for red to be for daytime and green to be for nighttime. You've got their Truglo logo up front, which is pretty bright, so if you really care about people not seeing you, you can throw a little piece of black electrical tape right there. Black electrical tape is something that I carry with me almost at all times. So here, let's flip it on. It's got the brightest setting. Now, I was told by a military person, he was in the Army, he said that the best way to run these things is to run them at the lowest brightness possible, and that gives you the best accuracy. He didn't give me too much of an explanation beyond that, except for I think that the brighter it is, the harder it is for you to see past it, to see what you're shooting at. But as you can see, it moves along just fine. You can kind of see, this one's used and is for sale on my eBay store right now. You can see one of the only things I dislike is that dust collects in the rear there and the projector right there. And it kind of clouds it a little bit, at least when you're inside. Once you move to outdoor play, you can't even tell. But that is one downside. I guess keep it clean, because once it starts getting dirty and dusty, then the different reticles get kind of blurred and they're harder to see. So this one, you can still kind of see them, but like I said, if you're on my eBay page, make sure that you're pay attention to this before you start bidding. But you can still see that it's like a cross there, but it's not as defined as I would like it to be. So I'm starting this one at about $30. I'm just letting people bid on it because I don't need it anymore. Okay, so enough of that. So you've seen the selectors here for both the brightness and the reticle. This is a pretty decent glass. It's thick. You can see how, compared to my finger, how thick the metal case around it is, and then it's about maybe a third of that overall thickness. So the glass is pretty thick and solid. Not too worried about it breaking. They do have a different version that has more of a cover that comes all the way back, and some people prefer that because if you're playing airsoft, BBs are less likely to hit it from behind. Now, hopefully you're not getting shot at from behind and you only get shot in the front, in which case the lens may break either way. So that's just the risk you take with the red dot sights and the glass. So far, I haven't had any issues with this one. It works great, it looks great, and in daylight it actually looks better. The dot actually looks better in my opinion, because all the stray light is dissipated and you don't have to worry about that anymore. Now, it does have these, instead of getting like a hex screw or something like that, you just finger tighten. If you want to tighten it up further, you can drop a wrench over them, but I would not suggest doing anything past hand tightening. Only this front part here drops through the wrist piece. The back one here just screws directly in to this wall right here. Kind of interesting, which gives it that offset look. So this one's higher and that one's lower, but it actually sits quite nicely. You have left and right and up and down, which works, and you can zero, and it does hold a zero quite well, at least on an airsoft weapon, which doesn't have hardly any recoil whatsoever. Other than that, the only complaint that I have is this battery. Now the battery is a CR2032, so it's about this big, about the size of a quarter, but in order to get to it, it's just, you can see right here, you got to twist it like that to get it off. Now the problem is you'll start twisting to go to adjust to 5 on your green, and instead of it twisting, the battery lid will start coming off. So the way I do it is I'll just either squeeze lower or make sure that you're going in a clockwise pattern when you turn on, which can be inconvenient when you just want to go one click to the left. But anyway, that's kind of a long video for a pretty simple thing, but I like this sight. The only reason I decided to sell it is because when I aim down the sights of my airsoft weapon, because I wear a face mask and all that, I'm not able to utilize this as well as I'd like to, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to the next person, and I hope you like it. So again, this is the Truglo TG8370B. Thanks for watching.